Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Final Checkpoint podcast. My name is Joel.
And I'm Ben.
And every week, we discuss the latest video game news and games that we've been playing. You can find this beautiful little podcast Wednesday mornings on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and thegamefanatics.com. Ben, what is our topic this week?
We're going to dive right into some detailed Final Fantasy VII Remake impressions and talk about that new Riot game, Valorant.
Valorant?
Valorant? I'm still not sure. It's Valorant, right?
I think it's Valorant.
Not Valorant.
I haven't heard many people
Valorant?
say the name.
It's got to be Valorant. Anyway,
Yeah.
but first, we have a very special surprise.
Yes, coming back for his second appearance?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Logan! Yay!
Hello, yes, my second appearance on this particular podcast. So happy to be here.
This version of a podcast we've done before.
Right.
Pretty much.
It's like old times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Logan, we like to start off this podcast every week by talking about how things are going in your quarantine life. So, why don't you give us a little update on how your life is going during your quarantine? How have things changed from your normal day-to-day, and also how you're handling your situation?
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a big question.
Now, if things are really grim and serious, you don't have to talk about it. But if you
spring this on him,
yeah, if things are okay and like you're just kind of hanging out and making the best of it,
sure.
Please fill us in with that.
Yeah,
I tried to say that and he just refuses to let me say that every week.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's awful. I mean, it's not awful. It's not ideal. I think I've taken a lot of things for granted with being locked up and not doing the things that I want to do, like going out to restaurants with my friends or doing this or that, and just the normal things that I can't really do while in a quarantine state. It's really boring. I'm really bored a lot of the times. Like, I don't want to do anything. I sleep a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's just, it's weird. It was kind of, it was fun at first. It's very depressing at times. But it was fun. It was like this vacation, like 2 weeks, and it was like, this is great, like whatever. And now it's like, all right, I'm kind of done with it. I'm over it.
That's enough.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much longer is this going to go on for? So who knows?
Have you guys tried to do like anything like a virtual like drinking night or anything like that with you and your friends?
I do virtual board game nights. I just came from a virtual one right before this, so.
You didn't come from anywhere.
I mean, virtually I did.
Oh, okay.
He virtually traveled.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went from one Discord chat to another.
Oh, great. Did you at least like wash your hands?
No.
You gotta wash your
I'm
hands.
going to infect
gotta
you.
wash your hands. Yeah, so, well, times are definitely tough right now. I mean, that took a turn I didn't expect to take, but no. But like I totally feel you. Like it's I'm the kind of person that really doesn't like to go anywhere. But now like I want to go places.
Yeah. When I'm isolating on my own by my own choice, that's fine. Like I'm glad to stay home. But then when I'm being forced to isolate, it's like, no, I want to go out and do things.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had to find like little ways to kind of like make fun, I guess. Like we used sidewalk chalk to make a giant version of Chutes and Ladders in our driveway, which was fun for like one round, because the kids definitely grew bored of it pretty quickly.
It was more fun drawing than creating it.
Yeah. Kind of. It took a while. I've been skateboarding, which is weird because I'm like,
You're too old to do that.
I'm too old, but I still have my skateboard from like when I initially moved to Idaho from California, which was like over 10 years ago. But
Wow.
I can still land a kickflip, so I'm like super proud of that. But that's like physical activity, so I'm like getting out and doing that. I'm shooting hoops.
Did you grind on any of the chutes or ladders?
No, that definitely did not. No, but like, I don't know. There's not much to do. Like initially, that's kind of thing. Everyone's like all excited, like, hey, let's do this. Let's find ways to be active. I think we've hit that point now where like all that stuff is just like not working anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
realize how futile it all is.
Yeah, like stop trying to make it fun, everybody. We're at a point now where like it's not it's not as fun as the commercials make it seem, or like I don't know. I I think like
What
Some
commercials
guy
are you
just
watching?
dancing.
I
It's
don't
like
know. All these
fun
commercials.
quarantine.
I think for me, like, because I'm like work has always been so hectic during the week, so like I don't really get the free time to like play video games. So on the weekend, I'm like trying to really squeeze it in and get more Final Fantasy time in and stuff like that. That for me the weekend goes by so fast. So I'm like right back to work, and it's just like everything goes by so quick for me. Where I don't really see the other side of it, where people are like, I'm so bored, and I'm like, I wish I felt that right now. I wish I felt so bored that I ran out of things to do. But then I'm like, on the other side, I'm like, I know I should be grateful to have too much work to do and be stressed out about it. But I also wish I had 1,000 hours to play video games.
There's nothing to play though.
Well, what? There's plenty to play.
After Final Fantasy VII, there's no more games.
Yeah, we're definitely going to hit this like dry spell of video games. Like, okay, now we can jump back into our backlogs. We can jump in back to our
Backlogs.
living
Exactly.
games. So,
Yeah.
I had just started getting into Neo right before Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. Fallout 76 got the Wastelanders update, and I've been hearing great things about that.
I just
There's
downloaded
plenty
it today. I'm going to play it after this. So,
Ooh, see? Look at that.
Ooh.
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 I need to do that. That's what my Xbox was downloading.
Yeah.
I was
You didn't know
why
what it
can't
was
I
downloading?
No, it was like, why is this not streaming very well? Oh well, I never looked at it. I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
But that must have been why. It was installing shit.
Whoops. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Logan. I hope things turn around and we can get out and about. You know, if all these protests go well downtown,
God.
we might be out and about pretty soon, looks like.
But I don't want to be if it's still a problem, you know?
I want them to be out and about as much as they want because they're the ones who will die and I can laugh at them.
Yeah.
So,
That's, ooh.
they're the ones outside doing it.
I mean, you're right.
Hey, your body, your choice.
The problem.
Let's keep skating along here. Someone grab the other oar.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
You wanted to talk about the quarantine.
That's true. That's true. I have only myself to blame.
Now listen to our grim opinions on it.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. I don't. At this point, I'm used to just. I still have to go to work, and it basically nothing's changed. It's just there's like no one doing anything. It's a weird zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how many people, or just seeing the social distancing at like the grocery store, and like the majority of people wearing masks, and how it's like the norm to be wearing a mask to not wearing a mask. Because I remember when it first started, and I saw like a couple people with masks, I was like, whoa, like, you know, they're super crazy. But then it's like, no, now everyone's wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think I see that at the grocery store. Like my wife was telling me that at the grocery store everybody's wearing masks.
mm-hmm.
But last weekend I went to Home Depot and nobody was wearing them. And then I went this Saturday, but the line was way too long, and I had my mask on and everything, and I was looking around at other people, and there's like a few more people than last time that were actually wearing them, but like there was still very few people wearing masks, but the line was way too long, so I was like, I'm not gonna stand out here with all these fools.
right.
So I just got in my car and I like drove home. But yeah, like I don't know what the people are thinking, and there's a lot of old people out there not wearing masks, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the old people are definitely like the pioneers of wearing the mask from what I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a risky game they're playing.
Every time I wear my mask, mine's just like pure black, and I wear like a black baseball cap. I feel like Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs 1. Like, I legit do.
At least you have a mask. I was supposed to get one, and I don't have one. So now I feel like an idiot walking around without a mask.
Look at this guy
Just use your
buying
hair.
expired Easter
I could
candy.
use my hair. Like Booksmart, but no one saw Booksmart.
I saw Booksmart.
They
I
have the
wanted
hair
to-
masks.
I literally just watched it this week.
The hair mask.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch it.
I could do that. I tried to do it when I was watching the movie. I can do it.
You're like, I could do this.
I have enough hair. I can do this.
Yeah, you
And
probably
I
could.
did. I did.
There
you go.
I don't know.
Happy now?
A little bit.
Good
I'm
movie.
very
Watch
happy.
it.
I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tell me about that stupid Valorant game I can't pronounce.
Oh, it's not stupid. Okay.
What?
I will tell you about Valorant.
It just doesn't look appealing to me. But yeah, go on.
I've
So,
seen no footage, so explain it to me.
so to me, I've played maybe like a total of 5 matches. They're very long, so it feels like I've played 20 years of this game. To me, what it seems like, a mix of Counter-Strike for sure, like probably 90% Counter-Strike, and then like 10% Overwatch.
Right,
So-
because they're heroes, right? And they have like abilities
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, so it's got the normal Counter-Strike portion of it where it's like planting bombs, and it's got like 1 map so far, I think. Pretty
Wow.
sure. Yeah. And it's all about planting your bomb and getting kills, whatever. And then before the match starts, you are purchasing your weapons or whatever. And everyone's got a knife just like they do in Counter-Strike. And yeah, it's very like strategic and tactical, and team communication is key and all that stuff. But yeah, then you've got your different set of heroes, and they each have their set abilities, and you use the abilities to kind of help each other strategize and stuff like that. And so far, like, I mean, I haven't played Counter-Strike since like the original one. I don't think I ever played CS:GO. But it kind of brought back those original feelings of Counter-Strike and the tense feeling and pressure when you're like last person standing of like, I'm gonna fuck this up for my teammates. But I got a few kills, and even got like some I got the last kill a couple times. I planted the bomb a couple times, but I think it's pretty fun. I mean, I find it more appealing than Overwatch. To me, Overwatch is just kind of a lot. I really don't like how long the matches take. I think that's a little too much. And it kind of reminds
How
me...
long do they take?
Oof. Okay. So
And
I
actually,
played
before you
one.
answer that, so the matches are long, and I do want to know how long they are.
Yeah.
Is that one match, or is it like several rounds per match? Like, how is that set up?
So it's several rounds per match, and then you switch sides.
Kind of like Rainbow Six.
Kind of like Rainbow Six,
Okay.
yeah. I would say each match, and I mean, it all depends on how quickly you score and to switch sides, but like the last match I was in probably took maybe like half an hour to 45 minutes.
Ugh.
That's
And-
pretty long.
What's upsetting about it is and it's like, it's closed beta right now, so they're still kind of figuring stuff out, but like we had 2 people drop out. So then it was 3 versus 5
Ew.
for like a majority of that. And so we were just getting annihilated.
And it still took 45 minutes.
It still took that long. Yeah.
That-
Because we were still
How?
like,
Feels too
well,
long.
like, for
That's
me,
wild.
like, I wasn't going to quit out because I was like, well, this is my time to still kind of learn this character and get my practice in. And the other 2 people kind of, I think, were doing the same thing because really, like, I think that's what everyone else is doing. They're just trying to figure out how to play the game at this point. And the other team was just like, fuck it, we're just going to annihilate these guys and get our XP. Because as you play, you kind of unlock, like, what are they, like, badges and things like that. And, I think they're eventually going to use more monetizing, like, getting skins and stuff like that for your guns, just like they do in Counter-Strike. So far from what I've played of it, it's pretty fun. I mean, it's definitely gonna be very competitive, and I think it'll kind of find its audience. But I think at a certain point I'll drop off and kind of be like, this, my skill level's never gonna get any higher than it is right now, and that's usually kind of when I'm okay at these games is before the skill level gets higher. Kind of like Call of Duty. Like, as soon as everybody gets in there and people start getting really good, that's when I'm like, all right, time for me to stop.
Before there's a meta,
Yeah.
that's when I excel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
you
there's a
get
meta, I'm like, it's time for me to be done. I'm ready to, I had my fun. I felt good for like a good few weeks, and now I'm ready to be out.
Right. Once
out.
once everyone's left the honeymoon phase and it's just the hardcore
Yeah.
people left, you're like, all right, I'm out.
Yep. I'm out.
Yeah. It seems there was a brief moment, maybe a couple months, where I played a ton of Counter-Strike. which is very weird for me.
Yeah.
And this,
Yeah.
very off-brand. You would not expect me to have
Very
played
off
Counter-Strike.
Ben.
Yeah, but I loved it, and I played on a custom server that was like team deathmatch and not the survival thing, so that's why I liked it. But this seems like something I'd enjoy, but that 45-minute round, no way in hell. It's got to be 10-15 minutes. There's no way. No way.
It might not be that bad if you're like with a group of people that you know.
30 minutes is twice as long as I just said I wanted to play.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
maybe.
no.
But like, yeah, but I think it'd be different if you were with a group of people and you guys were playing together. But yeah, by myself, that felt longer than 45 minutes.
Oof.
Definitely.
That's not good.
I mean, I play online games and I expect those quick matches. And then not only playing it, but if I was watching someone, I wouldn't want to watch someone play 45 minutes of the same match. That just, ugh.
I don't even know what you're doing for 45 minutes. If it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many rounds? It's a one death game. So
Watching a lot of kill cams.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think it's fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why
just a lot of
playing
downtime.
versus watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I did enjoy watching, like once I would die, like watching my teammates that were really good, kind of like how they were playing. But I do find myself like from time to time putting on a stream and watching other people play like the characters that I use and kind of try to pick up tips there. But
I do that with fighting games, so I get that.
Yeah, like it's an interesting game, but it's definitely more of like, like when Fortnite came out, or I guess PUBG, and then you saw all these other battle royales come out. This feels very similar to that, so I imagine we might start seeing more games like this start popping up because of how Valorant quickly picked up popularity, and it's starting to really pick up some steam because everyone wants drops, and that's all you see right now is like, I want those drops. I want those drops. I'm in the chat. I want those drops.
Are the drops like skins and stuff?
No, they want keys.
Oh, so it's actually
that's
beta
right.
keys. That's such a weird approach.
Yeah, it is. So the way that works is you have to like link up your Riot account with your Twitch account, and then you just have to be watching someone's stream that is streaming Valorant. I think that's how it works, basically.
And you hear about these people that watch like 12, 13 hours and like don't even get a key. Like they're watching it straight or at least having it off on the side. But even then, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smart marketing.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see, after the drops are gone and it's released and everything, how those numbers hold up, because then you're not just having those people wanting keys. You don't have those bots farming keys. Like,
yeah,
I'm curious what the numbers will be like.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, I'll probably check in from time to time. I got a friend that wants to play it with me, and to figure maybe we'll try it. Maybe the matches won't feel as long.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
They should offer like more modes, like capture the flag and stuff.
I wonder if they will. Yeah, like right now when you go into like the actual client for it, there's not a whole lot. I feel like they're gonna do a whole lot more with it. There's just not much to look at right now. So I imagine eventually they'll kind of, I don't know, like expand that portion of it and give you more to look at. Because right now it's mainly like you look at a lot of stats and then a lot of like the only available skins that you can buy for it right now, and then there's this huge sidebar, which is just too much, I think. And it's just like your list of friends and what they're playing right now. And I have like maybe 3 friends on my list, so it looks okay. But if I imagine people that maybe have a long list of friends, it probably looks kind of crazy of just seeing a ton of blocks of League of Legends. So it's not very clean. So hopefully they kind of spruce that up a little bit. But anyways, enough about Valorant. Let's move on to the important game.
The
Animal Crossing.
Oh,
Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding.
Life without the Easter event.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that was fun last week. We talked about that.
It's like AE after Easter.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna try to avoid spoilers.
I'm gonna spoil it.
No.
I mean, it's been long enough, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
In a sense, but there's
20
like
years.
certain things like, so I kind of put down where I'm at. I just finished the part where you're in Dawn I can't say his name.
Corneo.
Corneo.
Don Corneo's like mansion, and so I just beat the initial boss when you are in the sewer.
Okay.
So just that first part, I just finished him off, like took him down, not finished him off. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, he ran away. To be fair, you did not kill him.
Yeah, he ran away. I did that part, and then that's when I stopped playing.
Okay.
So I'm that far. I'm like 21-ish hours in.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you're about halfway.
Cool.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
I'm done with it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I beat it a couple hours ago.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I thought so, just based on what you were telling me earlier.
Yeah, it took me 41 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems to be the average I'm seeing across the board.
And when you do all the side quests and stuff,
40.
it starts to add up a lot more, which I did.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like really impressed with this game. It exceeded my expectations. That's kind of hard not to talk about spoilers.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
there's obviously changes to the story and changes that I'm okay with thinking about it after the fact, and there's a lot of almost one-for-one recreations, like some of the dialogue that some of the characters are having. You're like, oh man, I totally remember that from the original. The music is probably my favorite thing about this game, because all of these iconic tracks are completely remade, and I could just listen to them for hours. Like, I need to buy the soundtrack, or they need to put it on Spotify or something, so I could just listen to it. And it's phenomenal, the music and the way that they mix it too. It being dynamic, going in and out of battles, it's like seamless. It's crazy. But and it looks really good for a PS4 game, aside from many texture problems.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of that.
It feels like it's random sometimes, and then like they didn't even care sometimes, because there's a part in the later chapters where you're up above. You're going to the Shinra building, obviously, and you can see a bottom. The backdrop is like a low quality JPEG, and it's like weirdly
but
warped.
I loved it.
It was so odd. It was like
it looked it looked like a high res version of the original game's backgrounds.
Right.
Like, it was the same style, but it was very clearly like, we're too close to this.
Yeah, it was
too close
very,
to this.
very odd. But then, there's parts earlier in the game where it's that same thing, but the backdrops are like high quality, or the sky, or the sky plate, the steel plate. I mean, it's like, what did they miss this? Like, why is this happening? I don't know.
It is weird. I would just wonder if that file's too big, like, because it'd be a big skybox or ground box or whatever. It's like a big file. So I wonder if it's just this is the smallest version that it can do, since the PS4 has some kind of issue. I don't know. It is a strange omission.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I feel that an inevitable PS5 version is going to be out alongside a PC and maybe Xbox, since Square's bringing all those Final Fantasies to Xbox right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm curious to see if they improve that, and I hope they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to get to the part where I complain about the game.
I mean, I have complaints too. I was thinking about it. Like, initially when I beat the game, like, I was off this high. It was crazy. I like having like this huge nostalgia, and some of the things that happened at the end was like, this is so crazy. I still think the last like 3 chapters are really, really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say
chapters. Yeah, like all the Shinra stuff.
Yeah, like the last 5 hours or so. Barring a couple issues I have with them, is one of the best sequences in any game I played in a long time.
It is crazy. I couldn't believe how much it kept going. It was so good.
And then, like you were saying, like how accurate it is to what you've seen before, but then they change it just enough. Where it's like, oh, now this is slightly different, and there's like a dungeon in here now, and it's really, really special.
Yeah, just playing this whole game, and the Midgar section of the original Final Fantasy VII is so short, and to play this and see how much they have expanded on that, how like I didn't know how they were going to do it. I thought it was going to be kind of lame, but it's not. It was really cool. There's a lull in a couple chapters in the middle. The action dies down. The side quests are kind of, you're like, I don't know if I want to be doing these, but I also do because I want to be in this world. I love the world that they created of Midgar. And when they expound on everything, you really feel the impact of your choices, the impact of Avalanche's choices on the world, and hearing all the side characters talk about like what happened, the plate fell, like we're all screwed. Like, I mean, that happens in the original game. That's not.
Yeah. To be fair, I'd forgotten that happened until I replayed Final Fantasy VII, like the original, other week. So
sure.
I would have forgotten that.
Oh.
And that's about where I'm at. I feel like the chapters that I like, the part where I'm in, like where you're in, I guess Sector 5 or whatever, and then getting through the Don Corneo's, like mansion part or whatever. That part felt like it was dragging.
That's the
a little bit. That definitely felt like a lull, but I still kind of enjoyed that part because you really got to see a little more of like Cloud's character kind of build, because you see him kind of start caring more about Aerith there, and you see a little bit more of his like side of like, okay, he's like, even though he's kind of being this brooding guy, he's also having fun with these kids and doing their little mid side quests for them. Like, so I like that part.
He's not this heartless, soulless mercenary anymore.
Yeah.
He's not Sasuke from Naruto. he's not every.
He's got a funny eye.
He kind of does. I mean, he's not the normal, brooding anime character like every anime character or every anime.
They
has.
fleshed him out so much.
They did
in a way that is so unnecessary. I love it.
Yeah,
they did that with a lot of characters, in my opinion.
That's true.
I think that's the other thing I like about this game is, caring for characters I didn't care for in the original, especially Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge.
Yes.
The way that they dive into them is like, oh, like Jesse's awesome, Biggs and Wedge are awesome. Like I wouldn't have expected that from the remake. Like before in the first one, it's like they're just background characters. Okay, but now it's like I care for these characters. Yeah. And it's great. The banter that the characters have in between each other, it's so good.
Yeah, those are some of the highlights. I think that's why the middle portion drags, is just because
lose a lot of it.
Yeah, you lose a lot of the characters, and even though you're with Aerith and it's great, it's like story-wise great, but what you're doing and everything else, it just feels like such a screeching halt.
It is, yeah.
And it takes so much time to get back. It's like a good 5 hours there where I was like, let's go, guys. Like, let's pick it back up. And right around, I think it's chapter 12 or so, where it just goes pedal to the metal to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome again. And it's even better than it was before.
Yeah, it's very surprising how good those last few chapters were.
I think what kind of upset me in the middle part there was like you finally got to control almost like 3 characters finally, right? Like to get used to the combat, and then it quickly tears you down to like 1 character and then to like 2. And with Aerith being like mainly like a magic user, it's getting used to just that that whole new style. And now like I've kind of grown to really like her character, like in that I guess battle style or whatever. And so now I'm kind of like excited to get to that part of the game where I'm getting to use her and Tifa together. And playing as Tifa is just fucking rad. Like she's probably
satisfying.
like my favorite. Yeah, she's my favorite to play as.
Yeah.
But growing so attached to Aerith now, like I'm dreading the rest of the game when it eventually does come out. Because now I've grown so attached to her, like it's even worse. Like it's even worse than the original. Like I can't. It's gonna be a nightmare.
Make you really care for her.
Yeah, just the way they fleshed out these characters and like brought them to life again. Like it's just even better than Advent Children. Like it's so good. Like I've enjoyed this game so much.
yes, it's a nice surprise on how good it is.
Yeah. Now, other than the lull, what other I guess complaints do you have about the game?
So other than the lull, yeah, there's a couple minor things with the combat system that really bother me. I don't necessarily agree with ATB needing to be used to use an item. That, especially when you're on your own or it's just you and another person, can be the end of the round. Like, oh, that person fainted. Now I have to build up ATB, but I'm also wounded, and that means I have to attack the enemy, and that's basically suicide. So then I lose because I couldn't use an item. I think a different system, like a timer, maybe like Tales games use, that would have been so you can't just spam items. Yeah, that could have been a solution for that. But that's like super minor. The only other, there's a couple other things, but like with a lot of the magic, it'll especially with ice, the blizzard, it'll cast this missile, and the missile will hit the enemy and kind of stun them. And I don't know if that does any damage. And then there's like a second or two wait, and then it blows up and damages them.
That's when it did, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of enemies that are zipping and zooping around, and you can do this too. You can just dodge out of the way and it doesn't hurt you. And enemies do that, and it feels so unfair when I just wasted MP and I wasted ATB gauge, and I didn't get anything. And it's like
the same thing can happen to your limit breaks too. I've had that happen.
Yes, I've missed with limits too.
You're like, I just used that limit break. You're like, it's gone. It's just completely gone.
The limit is especially rude, but I can kind of understand that because you should be waiting for them to be staggered, and you should be prioritizing that for the right time. When it's just run of the mill, like I'm casting Fire, I should hit. That should be guaranteed hit. This is not like roll the dice. Oh, you rolled a 5, you miss. Like no. I'm using my skill. It needs to hit, and I'd be fine with the enemies always hitting me too. I'm fine to make that choice, right? But the fact that I can miss when in like key moments in boss battles because the enemy decided to move. I started casting this 3 seconds ago. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, this battle system's very fast. I cannot be waiting for them to stop to take advantage of their idle animation. So that's particularly annoying when you have like 2 party members and you're actually trying to like fight for your survival in certain fights. It's just not gonna work when they're moving. There's the one, I think it's in chapter 9, with like the 3 dogs, and they can put you to sleep and poison you. And I'm like trying to use Blizzard on them, but they just keep moving too quickly and they just kill me. God, stupid annoying dogs. So that annoyed me.
So yeah, some of the boss fights are kind of not as exciting as I'd hope.
Yeah. There's like uneven difficulty, I feel like, with a lot of the boss fights too.
I really enjoyed the Hell House battle.
The Hell House?
Yeah, I love that's probably been my favorite battle.
That
so
fight
far.
was like 45 minutes long.
It was. It's a very long fight.
It is when I initially did it the first time, it was a really long fight, and then I died right at the end, like right near it, and I was like, that sucks. Son of a bitch. And then I realized, he's just changes elementals.
I didn't realize the color was on the windows, so
I didn't realize that.
God.
And so
be fucking clear, game.
Second time around, I beat him in like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So once I figured that out, I was like, "Oh, he's easy.
This house is dead.
This house, I'm beating the shit out of this house.
Burn this house down.
Bringing this motherfucker down." But man, I enjoyed that.
Another point with the uneven boss fights, because so many of these fights, it was totally even, normal, whatever. Like, okay, this is appropriately challenging, and then you'll hit something. You're like, why did my instantly dead here? What the hell even happened? Or you'll be totally unprepared because of a character change, and then it won't. Like, sometimes it'll pop up that little thing in the corner for you to go into the menu and readjust your stuff, but then sometimes it doesn't, and so you'll just be thrown into a boss fight like, well, I guess I don't have that, and then you'll assess them, and it'll say you can steal an item from them. Well, I didn't know that, so do I quit the battle and then put the materia in and then steal the... It's like this whole... for as polished as this game is, it's these little things along the side that I'm like, why
Yeah.
did you do this? It's just weird choices.
There's a lot of weird little things. Like, these aren't major gripes. They're just little things along the way that add up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a little worried when I was doing the Coliseum battles and I went to load from checkpoint and thinking it was load from like loading.
We've all
my
done
save.
that.
and I was like, oh wait, why am I back here at talking to Madam M? And I was like, oh shit. And for a second I was like, did I not save? I was about to be done playing for like the weekend, and then I was like, oh no. I manually saved. I just went to the last checkpoint. I was like, oh thank God.
Yeah, there's that.
Like, oh my God.
I always question it when that pops up. It's like load from last save, load from last first battle. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's always the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you're like, maybe if I choose this, then you're like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. I think the only I really like the different weapons, and they kind of try to make them for different class archetypes in a way, where this is the magic weapon, this is the melee weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, but I felt to me like I used the second weapon I got for Cloud the entire game, because this is what I wanted Cloud to use.
Interesting.
So that's what he's gonna use, and same with Tifa. Aerith, I kind of did move her around, and Barrett I changed him too, but
So
I just got stuck with these other things.
Were you not swapping weapons to learn their abilities?
No, a lot of the abilities didn't sound appealing to me, and now that I
man.
realized I'd have to do that for the achievement, I'm like, oh.
Oh, you should have been learning a lot of those
It's
abilities.
really easy to learn the abilities.
It is,
though.
but a lot of them
It takes
are very
4 battles.
helpful, especially in the end.
Really? I didn't use a lot. I clearly did not use a lot of them. At all.
I liked Aerith gets the I think it's I forgot what it's called.
She has that ward, which is invaluable.
The ward is must have.
She learns another one with one of the other I'm trying to remember what it is.
No idea, because
I can't think of it.
What? Refocus? Pray?
No, there's
No,
another
that's
one.
Materia.
It's like
Oh yeah, that's right.
Elemental Storm or something. Like she learned something.
Oh, it's like an
from
elemental
something.
ATB attack. Yeah, I learned that.
Something
that
like
one.
I forgot what she learned. I can't think of it, but she learned something from. It might not even be from a staff. It might be from a different.
Oh, okay.
But she learned by the time I was in the sewer, she learned it. So it might have been in that battle that she learned it. So I don't know. But I got one of the newer swords for like Cloud, and I was like, oh, I should probably equip this so that he can learn this ability. And it has higher damage, but it's less magic, and so like I like when games kind of do that, because then you kind of got to weigh in your options. It's like, well, I'm using it more for attacks and not magic, because I'm using them for magic.
Yeah, you'll change up your play style to.
I used Cloud for a lot of magic because he's there the whole game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I need heals, man.
God, I need heals.
I made Barrett my main healer.
I had him healing a lot too.
Of it, yeah, because he's such a good tank character.
Yeah,
I had to give Cloud raise so that he can revive the teammates, because they keep dying on me.
I basically had Tifa do that, where it's like, you have no other magic, you're on like backup caster for healing.
Yeah, there you go. Man, I can't imagine playing this in hard mode yet, like, because I feel like I'm already struggling just against like the little creatures in some of the parts. I'm like, oh man, I'm not.
Yeah,
ready to
no,
play this.
I think you're gonna get, because I felt that same way too, right where you are, and it really is. You got to overcome that, get through this chapter you're in, the next one, and then from there on, everything clicks. Everything starts working, and you get into a flow of like, I'd go into battle. I'm controlling Cloud mainly to start with. I'd switch to Barrett, use his little overstrike, then switch back to Cloud, do some stuff, trigger some skill, switch to Tifa or whoever, and then start doing stuff with her, and then switch back to Barrett, because now he can do his ATB thing. Like, you start really playing this puppet master that clicks 20 something hours in, but it's awesome.
It's very key to be swapping characters a lot and quickly.
Yeah. And exploiting weaknesses. It's not like, oh, they're kind of weak.
There's a lot, because I've been curious on like random Twitch streams, just watching people play, like how they play, and kind of like their like impressions or reactions to different scenes and stuff. And there's a surprising amount of people that don't swap from Cloud. Like they'll swap occasionally to
Are they
like
successful?
not all the time, no.
Not all the time.
And it's like,
I mean,
and there's people in
do
the
switch
chat that
around
are
a
like,
lot.
you need a switch, like blah blah blah. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, people
You
just
have
just
to.
want to like run and gun and just mash the button, and you can't do that in this game at all.
No. Well, I feel like sometimes you can, so it almost lures you into this false sense of like, yeah, I can just attack, but
Right.
then it'll smack you on your ass. at some
Yeah,
point.
I find that hard to do because if you're not switching characters and trying to use them, then
They don't do
their
jack shit. for
their
one.
ATB isn't charging. Yeah, like
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
the AI. Ugh.
like, and I switch around to
Yeah.
them a lot because like I also like their ability. Like the way I use Aerith is to do her ward on herself so that her abilities are, casting better. And then I also, throw it to also do like the what is it? The soul drain on the enemy, and like so I'm like able to jump back and forth through that. I think the problem with the game is like there's that huge gap where you're not really using like the lull in the game, just and then all of a sudden you're thrown into like this boss battle and it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I forgot how to do everything. So like now all of a sudden I'm controlling 3 characters again. So it's just like really weird. But man,
It's
like
weird.
yeah, it's just I love that. I love that like like the battle system in this game. I look because it reminds me a lot of like Dragon Age, like the original one. It's a lot like that. So it just reminds me of that game a lot.
I see
I
a
could
lot of
see that.
similarities with Final Fantasy 15, especially with the
Uh-huh.
stagger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, and 13 as well.
Yeah. Very, very active, very, knocking down the enemy and then just dealing the huge damage to the stagger. And like, I love the stagger thing. It feels so good
Oh, yeah.
when you do it and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to limit break your ass. Like,
Well,
it's
well,
so
well,
good.
well,
And it's just like the life bar just depletes in half.
Yeah.
So good.
That game is like the combat system is so satisfying in that game.
Hmm
Mhm.
It's insane.
When you get every hit with that huge Buster Sword, you're just like, shink, shink, shink. I can feel it.
Ah.
Yeah, his second limit break is really cool.
Can't wait to get there.
I
Can't wait.
I think the only other thing I've written down, which is something I said at like 22 hours in, but now I don't know if I really even would like that. But I do think if there was an upgrade to 3 ATB gauges instead of 2, I do think that would add something to the combat. I don't know now if that was like a default upgrade all the time, if that would make it too messy though. But
Well, I mean, because then you have to start adding abilities and stuff that could use all 3.
that's true.
And then
true.
it's just another level of balancing.
I think there is something, so we can throw that. But when you're assigning skills for your characters to use, you like, oh, I want to make Barrett do something, right? So I press X, I go to Barrett, and I use the skill. But I also want to have Aerith heal me. So then I have to do it like one at a time and keep going back into the menu. That's something I'd really like for them to straighten up. Like I need to input all the commands and then execute, so that it's not stopping and starting time all the time.
Interesting. Kind of like stacking them, or
Yeah, stacking them, because I would be like, oh, so I'm Cloud and I want to heal and then I want to use an ether on myself.
Mhm.
Well, I have to press X to go to the heal, or I'm not using the hotkeys really. And then I do that, then I have to press X again and go into the items. I can't just stack. And then if I wanted to make Tifa do something, I have to press X again and go in and tell her to do something, or press L2 or whatever. But it's like, I want to do it all in one thing instead of this like stop-start motion.
I gotcha. Yeah, okay. It kind of makes me think of Final Fantasy X, where they have the stack of the people's moves on the side of the screen, like how it's gonna go down. You could
Oh,
kinda,
the turn.
yeah, you could kind of like stack them
order
up
or
like
whatever.
that, and you could see.
That's a good game.
Oh yeah, I want to replay it.
That's a good ass game. Really like that battle system.
It's really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about. I really like the VR missions where you have to fight the
Oh, yeah.
summons. I thought that was a really cool addition, and some of them are hard.
Did you try to do them by yourself when you could the first time?
I
The first
did.
time they're available, you can just challenge it as Cloud.
Oh yeah,
I
the
did.
first
Shiva
one.
whooped my ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shiva. No,
That didn't work too good.
No.
Like, oh man.
but
I think there's a couple more on hard.
summons.
know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I saw the stipulations on hard mode. I'm like, no.
Well, isn't it just? I did a little bit of it, like the first 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
It's just like you can't heal or you can't use items.
Can't use
sorry.
items. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just
Which is
I
weird
just
'cause-
use so much Phoenix Downs.
Yeah, that's fair. But
and
but now you
Elixir.
have all your materia and stuff.
Yeah.
But you'll go in that game and open up treasure chests and it's like, here's 2 antidotes. I'm like, I can't even use this.
Yeah. You're like, thanks.
Why are you giving this to me? It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna try to platinum this game at all, because I know you gotta beat it on hard, right? You gotta beat it on hard mode, I think.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you do.
Some of those
Yeah.
bosses on hard mode. Oh, I can't even
Mm.
imagine.
That's what I want to try and because you beat the game at like level 40 or not even.
Yeah.
So
was
I
like
wanna
right before
see-
40.
Yeah, I want to see if you get to level 50, you have some great materia if you can just cruise through shit. So I'm gonna play a little bit through New Game Plus hard mode and see,
Yeah.
because it is a great game. And I missed one music CD. God
Oh
damn,
man.
fucking! And it's the one for the training for the dance mini game.
Oh.
Because I didn't do the training. I was like, oh, I did the tutorial, whatever, fine. But you got to do it again and then do well at it, and they give you a song.
That dance
Oh, I
mini
must
game
have
slash
missed it.
sequence is one of my favorite things like ever.
It's,
I love it
cool.
so much.
it's in the lull. Everything in the lull. I'm like, no, bad.
I was
game.
afraid of messing that up
Oh.
because I did not want to ruin the moment. It was so good. It was such a good moment.
Mhm.
I liked how they adapted right before that the giant arm, the robot arm that was in that one screen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like how they adapted that.
Great game.
It is really good. It's way better than it has any reason to be.
Yeah. I'm just very excited for the next one.
I'm hoping, so without spoilers,
Mm-hmm.
some of that stuff that they're talking about, I'm really hoping it means we could get some unexpected changes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk spoilers so bad. Yeah,
I'm still
I'm
not-
with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can do a full, like a special spoiler episode
Okay, once you beat it.
Yeah, I think
once I
that'd
beat
be
it, but also because it's still pretty early on, and so like I figured other people are still playing the game.
Yeah.
And so I figured we could like advertise it as like a spoiler cast episode.
Sure.
for sure.
Have its own dedicated thing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
As we did for like Fire Emblem, 3 Houses.
Okay.
Cool.
Can do.
All right. Well, we'll can the rest of it, and we'll
Yeah, shut
keep
up.
that for that episode.
Shut up about
Can
it. No
it?
more fantasies.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, this is the Final Fantasy.
Now we can move on to the other Final Fantasy,
Uh-oh.
owning a home on a deserted island in
Wow.
Animal
That
Crossing.
is my fantasy.
You could have just
No.
stopped at owning a home. I mean,
I guess.
You could have just stopped at owning.
How about paying off a
Yeah.
loan? How about that? Paying off a loan.
You could've stopped at paying.
My fantasy is not having a loan.
That too. There
That's
you go.
isn't that the truth?
Isn't that a fantasy?
That's winning right there.
Yeah. So I like that we're now far enough away from Bunny Day that
Mhm.
anytime I find something buried in the floor or like in the ground, I'm like, I don't have to worry about this being a stupid egg.
Yeah. I feel like
I know it's
made
a fossil.
so much money in the last week in Animal Crossing, and it's just, well, where's all this money coming from? Oh, it just there's no eggs anymore.
That's right. No more eggs.
The
This is
worst,
great.
the worst eggs were the fishing ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosh.
no. They ruined everything.
And then they had the fishing tournament, and I'm like, are you guys paying attention?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Are we comparing eggs for the fishing tourney?
I didn't catch any eggs though when I did the tournament, so maybe
Maybe I
don't know.
like turned it off for it.
yeah, they might.
That's
have.
when they had scaled down, I think, the spawning rate.
Yeah, they
For
did do
eggs.
that
That's
after
true.
people
They
were
did.
like, "Come on,
Come on, man. Fuck these eggs.
Yeah, I'm sick of them."
Yeah.
Sick of them. So, how far are you guys on your house upgrading? Like,
No idea.
No idea.
I think there's like 2 or 3 left. 2 or 3 upgrades.
I
just
have
added
3 rooms.
Okay. I just added the upstairs. So then I think after I pay off the upstairs, there's just the basement, and then I'm done. I think.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I don't have enough furniture and cool shit to put in it. I
Give
got
me some of my bunny shit. I made so many bunny balloons.
Oh, God.
I had a whole bunny room, and then I was like, I'm tired of looking at
Yeah.
this. So I just put it all in my storage.
Yeah, I did the
I
same
like all the
thing.
bunny.
I liked it at first, and it was like, I hate eggs. Deleted it all.
Just seeing
Just turned it
Zippy's
into a
face.
bathroom. I was like, it's going to be a shithole now.
I have 3 toilets because the game keeps giving me toilets, so I have a toilet.
Why
room.
did yeah, you sent me the squatting toilet?
Yes. Here you go.
which is in my bathroom, and then I got a bidet today.
Wow.
And then I have
Still
like a bathroom sink. So I have kind of a bathroom. And then
You should just
that's
design
it.
a bathroom for the outside and just put those squatty toilets everywhere.
And then you
Jeez.
see the villagers walk by and like sit on it and read a book.
You're just like,
Oh, God.
What are you doing?
You know what's great? So
Building
I
walls.
one of the first things I did was I designed the Akatsuki like trench coat.
Oh yeah.
And one of the villagers bought it in the store because I went and hung it up in the store.
Mm.
So there's just a villager walking around looking like
That's
he's part of the
cool.
Akatsuki.
You just turn them all into Akatsuki members.
They're like,
so
I
awesome.
am weeb.
Yeah.
Like it's just so funny watching.
Oh, we're at
her
an
walk around with
anime
a net.
convention.
Well, it's even better because she's walking around with, like a bug net, so it's like just trying to catch
I
the
feel like-
nine-tailed fox over here.
I feel like Flick would wear it really well.
Yes.
Oh damn, that'd be cool. Yeah,
That'd be good.
yeah. But yeah, and so have you guys done any terraforming?
Not to a lot where it's like drastically changed my island, but enough to where things are easier to or more accessible. And I moved my house to
Yeah.
like the top, and like just built a mountain for me.
Oh,
Just
there you go.
me. Like I'm king of
Okay.
the island.
King of the
Wow.
island.
Yep.
Lord of the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lord of the
Okay.
flies. All right, animals.
All right, it's a different thing.
I started terraforming.
That's an island.
Just, like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's true. That's very true.
pretty violent island.
And I have piggies,
Yeah, sure.
and there's piggy.
I got a lot of rats.
Yeah.
Does that count?
And I murdered them all.
Doesn't Piggy
Oh,
die?
man.
He
Yes.
dies, I think.
Yes, he does.
I
Drop
have
a
a
rock on his
skeleton.
head.
Did you,
Yep.
Joel? Did you see the skeleton on my island?
That's piggy.
Yeah, I saw the several dinosaur fossils.
Oh
on
no, I have a
the
human
island.
skeleton
Oh, I didn't see that.
next to my house, and when you activate it, its arms fly up in the air.
Oh, I
Try
didn't
to
see that.
try to donate the human skeleton to Blathers. He's like, "The fuck is
I
wrong
wish.
with you?"
This is
Where'd you-
disturbed.
Where'd you get this from?
I'll call them the
I'll
cops.
gladly
The
take
cop
this.
dogs from the first game.
Yeah, the cop dogs get you. Would
I
you
went
like to
to-
know more about Homo sapien?
I went to Ben's Island to buy turnips today, and I was like, "Why does this look like Florida?" Because there's just like shit everywhere.
Dude, man, I got my archway
Got
now
hit
with
by an
bunny arches,
Hurricane.
and then I got dinosaur bones, but they're not completed, so they're just dinosaur bones.
God. You remember in Harvest Moon when like a hurricane could come and your whole day you couldn't like leave your
No.
house and like all your crops and shit would be destroyed?
No, I
That
never had
sounds
that happen.
awful.
Oh, it happens in Harvest Moon.
Wow.
That's what happened to the island, and like all your shit's just like in different places, and everything you said.
God, I'd be upset. I'd be so upset.
Missing
I would
trees
log
and
off.
flowers.
I'm done.
I'd be like, I'm not booting this shit up.
I just go to Tom Nook and hit him with like a net all day.
This is all your
Fucker.
fault.
You did this.
We gotta live on a fucking island. Couldn't live on the world.
Idiot.
So, are you guys still messing with turnips?
Until I pay off the house, I will be messing with turnips.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's. I'm done with turnips.
Oh,
Blech.
just too stressful, huh?
I
Playing
just
the
don't
market.
care. I get money from like plenty of money from like fishing and island travels and things like that. So it's like
Tarantula Island.
it's not worth it to me.
I was watching this one YouTube video where he took like I think bamboo fences. Was it bamboo fences?
Mm.
And because you know how like when you create your tarantula island, if you do that, there's still some bugs like those wharf roaches that spawn on the rocks. You can actually place fences down on there, and it'll keep them from spawning. So then that gets rid of that spawn area, and then all you have is just whatever spawns on the grass.
Right. Interesting.
A nightmare island.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty.
Pretty cool. But yeah, it's I'm not playing Animal Crossing as often, but I still check in and
yeah.
Fun game.
I like to do the daily, I guess.
Do the daily stuff. I just want to get through these other games because I want to get back to Neo. I want to play more Neo. Like all I want to do is play Neo and Sekiro now because those games are so good.
Good.
Good play them.
Ben's like give in to
Embrace
the
the
dark
darkness.
side.
The Dark Souls.
You gotta watch those RKG episodes of Retry. They're so good. Those guys are funny.
No.
Okay.
Pass.
You just said a bunch of letters and words. I don't know what that means.
RKG. Those guys used to do.
Who's RKG?
They used to
Sounds
have
like
a
a
show
rapper.
Stand for
on
something?
It's
or
a
just-
rapper.
or just
On-
letters?
on IGN. They
DJ
what was it called?
RKG.
RKG
they used to do the Dark Souls Let's Plays.
What does
I don't remember what it's called.
RKG stand for?
I don't know. It's their.
Oh my god.
It's like they did the kind of funny thing where they split off from
That's it.
IGN, and they do basically they did Dark Souls. Now they're doing Sekiro.
It's real cool juvie delinquents.
Okay, so
What?
they did the prepare to try.
They did Prepare to Try
Thank you.
now, but they split off, and then now it's called Retry.
RKG
Retry.
YouTube. Maybe
Fun
this will
time.
tell me.
Fun time with fun guys. That's what it's
Oh,
called.
I love mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
Is that relevant?
You said fun guy.
Oh,
Fun guy.
guy.
Oh, fun guy. I see.
What is RKG? Your freaking Twitter better tell me.
Oh. Google it.
Yeah.
Logan, what else are you playing?
I am Googling it.
I've been playing a lot of Beat Saber this week.
Oh.
I've had the opportunity to try it out, and I can't. I'll like play for like an hour and then get super sweaty and then take a break and go back and play it. But downloading
What are you playing it
mods. What?
What are you playing it on?
Valve Index.
Ooh.
It doesn't really matter. It's fucking Beat Saber.
Yeah, it's just really clear on the index. It has a super crisp
Yeah, that's-
screen. But yeah,
Nice.
it's so much fun. And when the first couple days when I was playing it, I would like close my eyes and I would just see the blocks coming at my face, and it was really bad. But now it's gone. Like the Tetris effect is what it's called. And like when you play like Rock Band or Guitar Hero, you can like still see the pieces coming down, or Tetris, obviously.
No, that's called brain damage, and go to the doctor.
I can't. I'm quarantined.
I'm quarantined. The doctor is not part of that.
He's staying at home. But now I can play it, and that doesn't happen anymore, which is really nice because it was almost bugging me when it was first happening. But now that I can download custom songs and play people's maps and stuff that they make, it's so much fun to discover new songs and to improve my skill. And it's a workout. First couple
Cool.
days, my arms were just, they hurt so bad.
How do you feel about ducking under obstacles in Beat Saber?
Unnecessary.
I hate it. It's always like you have to duck too low.
It's like a full
like-
squat.
Yeah, it's not even a full squat. It's like I gotta sit on the floor sometimes.
Now I have to get up and hit the blocks. Oh god.
Yeah, I turn that off whenever I play because it's just annoying.
Yeah.
The side to side is kind of fun, but
If the side
no.
to side, if it goes with the song, I'm fine with it. But most of the times, if I'm ducking and I have to like swap it blocks while I'm ducking, fuck that song.
it's just inconvenient. And I don't know. I'm old, and I'm like my knee hurts. I don't want to do this.
But it's true. Like as you mentioned, you think you're down far enough, and you're not, and you have to go further.
You have to go way too far down.
Maybe I'm just too tall, but it's like
I I don't think we're that tall. Like, if we were 7 feet tall, I'd agree with you.
You have to like lay on your belly.
You Shaq over here, like digging a hole in the ground. I gotta
swiping
get
at
lower.
blocks on your belly, like to the left and right.
Yeah, I turn that off.
I didn't even know
Do
you could.
not
I didn't
want-
even know you could turn it off.
Yeah, they you didn't used to be able to, but they added you could like a bunch of different modifiers you can do.
Mm. Yeah, I did a song the other day with the blocks that would disappear right before they get to you. Oh my gosh,
Mm,
that was tough.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Beat Saber's great.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Cool.
Really fun on the quest. Really fun.
All right.
Freedom.
I don't even notice the chord, so
It's just nice where I don't have to turn my computer.
that's fair.
That-
Can you do mods on the quest?
You can. I haven't looked into
Oh.
it because if I really care, I'll just plug it into my PC.
Sure,
But yeah, you can.
that'd be cool.
All right. Anything left to add, anybody? Any other games?
We could be playing Cyberpunk right now if it
Yeah.
had its original release date.
It's true. It's true.
But that's okay.
But now we're living in Cyberpunk.
Almost.
No. What? Very different.
It's the beginning of it all.
We're actually almost living through Radio Free Roscoe.
Oh,
The teen drama
Yeah, because all we're doing is communicating through radio.
literally is the least accurate thing you could say about the show.
God, I love that show.
I love that
miss
show
it.
as well.
I just wanted to bring it up.
I'm telling you,
he
I
just
told this
wanted
to
to find a
Logan.
place to put it.
the final 2 episodes of that show have this band. What the fuck the name is that? I forget now. But they have a couple songs from this band, and I couldn't listen to their songs for years because I would just cry. That's how
Oh my
good
God.
that show is.
Damn. Okay.
It's so good. Reverie Sound Review is the name of the band.
Reverie Sound Review. Okay, I'm gonna jot that down because I'm gonna have to
And
go
the song
back
is
and find
One
it.
Marathon, is the one they play in the season finale and stuff. It's a great song. I really like it. Couldn't listen to it because like this is too sad. That show ends so sad. Oh my God.
Were they gonna do like another season and they just like didn't?
I think they just got canceled or something.
Bummer.
It doesn't end on a cliffhanger. It ends perfectly. It's just so bittersweet.
Ah,
That's a great show.
More shows need
it's
to
homework
do that.
for everybody. Homework for the listeners. Go watch Radio Free Roscoe.
Watch
Go find
60
it.
episodes of a show that ended 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quarantine.
60. Was it really 60 episodes? No
it was
way.
4
It
seasons.
was 52 episodes. I
Oh
have
my
the wiki
God.
pulled up.
I was guessing, but
Jesus.
yeah.
That's
okay.
pretty good guess.
I don't remember it being that long.
I've watched it. I've watched it at least
Okay.
twice,
All right.
I think.
All right. I'll accept it.
Yeah, 4 seasons,
It's been
52
10 years.
episodes.
It's a great show.
10 years. We can't let it go.
Probably does not hold up, but
It probably doesn't.
no.
Nothing
I mean,
ever
the one
does.
guy- the one guy who's on that show was on Degrassi for a couple episodes too.
That's true. He was.
Actually, several of them were.
Well, yeah.
Most
Because
of them
Al, I think, was the guy that played Al was also very early on in Degrassi. I think he was like, I forgot what he played. It's
There's
like the earlier episodes.
I don't. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone else was on later,
Yeah.
and they're older. They're like he's a college roommate for one of them, and
Yeah.
the one girl is like a fitness person for a special episode.
Man, now we gotta do an all together rewatch of both.
I'm
down.
down.
Started.
I see.
What you
I wish I
started.
didn't have to work. I would rewatch all of Degrassi.
Same.
Just sit there,
Same.
like an awesome time.
All right. As you see, Logan, things have not changed.
It's like, yeah, we're always talking about Degrassi.
It's
Yep.
so good.
I've never even seen one episode.
I like so few things.
See,
Let me
that
have
is true. I almost like too many things is the problem.
There's
Oh,
so
it's-
much. There's so many seasons of Degrassi, though.
Just start at 1.
14 seasons? Jesus Christ.
Start at 1.
Yeah.
Even I haven't seen all of the episodes, so it's fair.
Neither have I. I think I stopped at a certain point. Like once they were like in college, I think I
You
tapered
guys
off.
really
I
like
stopped
these
at-
Canadian TV shows.
Season 12, I think, where I stopped.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. Logan, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yay.
Of
More
course,
clapping.
of course. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's going to do it for us this week on Final Checkpoint. Thanks again for listening and, of course, for sharing this wonderful podcast. You can always reach us over at thegamefanatics.com. You can also email us at finalcheckpointpod@gmail.com, as well as tweet me at the Joelness, #Final Checkpoint. We will catch you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I was going to try and remember the sign-off they did on Radio Free Roscoe. I can't remember.